Richard, what is the signal the FII Institute wants to give to the investment community, given that we are here in Albania right now?
First of all, as you know, the FII Institute is a global organization. So we cannot hold conversations only in Saudi Arabia, where we were born, or in America, where we hosted already two conferences in New York and in Miami, or in Asia. So Europe, Africa, Latin America are part of our global humanity. And if you want to have an impact on humanity, you need to be everywhere. So definitely, now we are in Europe for the first time, the first edition. We're in Tirana, Albania, which is really one of the hub and the barycenters of Europe. And the FII first edition, FII Priority First Edition of Europe, is coinciding with the EPC, which is the European Political Conference, which is happening today with 47 European leaders together. So we are just trying to host conversations at the right place, at the right time.
Richard, you've been speaking to business leaders and political leaders assembled here, some of the biggest names in the world. What is the ambience you're getting when we're talking about investments into Europe?
This is an excellent question. Europe has to be more vocal on the half full glass of Europe instead of the half empty glass of Europe. People are thinking that Europe is not part of the global conversation. The notion of global south is emerging a lot. Now, as you see, United States of America is extremely active on the global map. Asia is still one of the two superpowers with the United States. And definitely it's important for Europe to show that we are a union, that there are a lot of opportunities globally. It's not just about individual countries. Europe, a continent where I spent more than 25 years of my life, has so much to offer in terms of creativity, in terms of innovation, in terms of multiple sectors, not only tourism. We should stop to say that some countries are just beautiful museums, sorry to be provocative, but we need to show the creativity, the innovation, the opportunities which exist in Europe, which is the eldest continent, and which definitely has still a lot to offer and to be part of global conversations in terms of geoeconomics, in terms of geopolitics. So this is what I hope we'll be able to offer during this platform, which is the FII Priority Europe happening in Tirana.
You're a visionary and you're surrounded by visionaries.
No, you are too kind.
So what can happen if you bring, like you have just brought, global capital in Europe?
I think global capital in Europe will help and support what is absolutely necessary for many European countries, which is the diversification of their economies. And this is how you attract foreign direct investment. Because by bringing foreign direct investment, this is how you create jobs. And when you create jobs, it is what I'm calling the virtuous circle. And then you make country becoming real brands. And when you make these country brands, you create a lot of attractivity for many investors and many individuals to come, visit, invest, spend time in European countries. Today, unfortunately, the perception that people have is that European countries have very high tax systems, a lot of bureaucracy, they are not business friendly, and this perception needs to change. In few days, after FI Europe, France is hosting Choose France as a conference to attract investors, but many other countries are doing the same. And the problem is that the past 2 years, FDI dropped significantly in Europe. So I think European leaders need to focus much more on the business framework to bring back investors and to change the trend of this curve and to make European countries extremely attractive, not just with talks, but with real actions. And this is what will make Europe great again.
Now that you mentioned this, Richard, a word you often use is impact. Only a few months ago, the FII Priority Summit in Miami was opened by President Trump. It so coincided that this has opened a new chapter in terms of relations between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the United States. Now we have the FII Priority here in Tirana, and the speeches will happen of President Macron and Prime Minister Edi Rama. What do you hope the impact of this will be?
I think we live in an era of public-private partnerships. President Trump didn't pick FII Priority Miami by coincidence. It was only 1 month after the inauguration, and he wanted to address the business community. We were more than 1,500 global CEOs in Miami. He spent 1 hour and 20 minutes talking to them, explaining to them what he will be doing, how he will be doing it, what America has to offer. He was really talking about what his legacy should be. And I think it was a great moment to rebuild potentially better understanding, trust between the leadership of America, the new leadership of America, and the international business community. I hope that this will be one of the outcomes of FII Europe, by having the Prime Minister of Albania speaking just after the European Political Conference. It will be an opportunity to understand what European leaders have decided during this conference. Having President Macron, who is the co-founder of EPC, to explain also to the international business community what France, what Europe wants to do now, will be a great opportunity to have, again, a better understanding and to have investors reconsidering or considering again more to invest in Europe. Because at the end of the day, what investors are looking for? They are looking for political stability, they are looking for great governance, and they are looking for opportunities in their sector which offer a great return of investment. I hope that this, I would say, equation will be explained to the investors during the two speeches, and why also the Balkans, it's a region that we should consider, because personally, coming here for only a few months, I realized that this small part of Europe, it's what I'm calling probably the next winners and the champions, what we are calling the new economy. Many countries in Europe are unknown, like Estonia, like, of course, Albania, and even Scandinavia. We don't talk too much about these countries, which are reservoir of talents, of unicorns. We are in the era of technology and AI. These countries are very much advanced on AI and technology. So I think it's important to offer to them a platform and to explain what they are doing, sharing the best practices. And this is what I'm hoping to achieve.
With the economic shifts, you now mentioned a few nations that will be the new champions. Which sectors will be the new champions?
Oh, definitely. Currently, you will see new champions coming in healthcare industry. You will have new champions coming in biotech. Of course, AI, but more on the applications of AI than just the technology. You will see new champions who will be probably coming on the pure technology, because AI is just an ecosystem. AI works with, of course, semiconductors. You need new energy to power these data centers. So I think you will see some unexpected companies becoming the next Meta, the next Amazon, the next Tesla of the world in the next 5 to 10 years. You know, 20 years ago, which is literally yesterday, the top 10 companies of today's economy were not even existing. So we have to be ready and prepared to discover new champions that we don't even know who they are. But they will emerge probably in the next 5 years. Some of them could come from Europe. This is what I really wish for Europe. Some of them will come maybe from Asia. Some of them will come again from America, as usual. And I hope that Africa also will have a seat at the table, as much as Latin America, because we're a global world. And you have creativity and talent everywhere.
Richard, I hope you don't mind me asking. There has also been a new chapter for you and for the FII Institute, if I may say, by you stepping down from the role of the CEO and taking a new role. What has really changed, and how has it impacted?
You know, I decided to step down from my CEO position in October 2024 because it was becoming a very time-consuming, almost a full-time job. And I have, as you know, other activities in terms of my professional life. So I was appointed chairman of the newly created executive committee, which is a body which will be a connector between the board of trustees, as a member also of the board, and the management of the FII Institute, to be sure that we are keeping the same direction, the same vision, the same mission, that our platforms will continue to grow and to be sure that the strategy which is decided at the board level will be implemented. This is the role of the executive committee, and also that we will be always innovative in terms of communication, in terms of partnerships and membership, in terms of policies, because we want the FII Institute to be a platform for resolutions, for action. And this is why the members of the executive committee are coming from different worlds, the world of communication, the world of policies, the world of finance. And I'm very honored to be the chairman of this committee, to be sure that we will help the FII Institute to continue to grow, to be extremely influential, and to be an amazing platform to expand, I would say, the vision and the mission globally.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, and thank you for having me.